2000 jaar voor monnikentijd om op jezelf te zijn, omdat 99% van de mensheid mannelijk nog vrouwelijk in balans heeft. En vertel je één ding, daarmee wil je geen alleen een afstandsrelatie of van een afstand, maar er klaarkomen doe je maar voortaan bij jezelf. Het is misselijk maken hoe jullie in die dagen zitten te staken, zonder werkelijk vanuit je hart op te maken wat een ander voor jou is. Een spiegeling van hoe jij in het leven zit, daarom dat je liever meer voor jezelf mag gaan zorgen, zelfverzorgen, over in het van de plaats, over in het plaatje plaatsen. Het geplaatste is dan nodig, kom ik niet mee overbodig. Ik kom flowen als een loft en ik geef nog ruimte, dat is dogs, omdat ik kan opmaken hoe het met elkaar gaat. En ik heb die boodschappen, luister 20 uur per uur naar de Phoenix. Ik heb 9 levens tegelijkertijd op verschillende spaces en plekken, dus ik kom het treffen wat ik heb te zeggen en in blogsko vertellen dat hoe het in elkaar zit. 25% die me tikt, die weet hoe het zit. Ik pas mezelf aan naar meer hypnotisch te praten, omdat ik te waarachtig spreek en mensen dat niet kunnen herhalen. Ik heb het daarna weer aangepast, dat het zo is dat het eigenlijk toch nog steeds op de realiteit gericht is. Ik heb de glans van de realiteit die jij nog niet eens in zicht hebt. Ik ben de kapitein en jij de matroos die zegt hoe het kan aan jezelf, en stuur je lichaamcellen daarmee aan. Vertel je lichaam eens van hey, ik vertel voortaan dat het oké is om te herstellen en te helen. Enig idee wat er op de aarde valt te beleven. Ik kom het hevig spreken, delen en vertellen hoe het opgeteld en kaart met elkaar gaat. Als ik als een daak opmaak dat ik bescherming en veilig nodig heb, veiligheid nodig heb voor wat ik zeg, dat ik daarmee perplexe energie rechtzet, perplexe energie rechtzet. Dat is waar en dat is aangeboden, zijn er met meer dan 10 geboden. Weet je wel dat de man en vrouw respectvol met elkaar in om te gaan. Ik pleit voor 2000 jaar voor monnikentijd om op jezelf te zijn, omdat 99% van de mensheid mannelijk nog vrouwelijk in balans heeft. En vertel je één ding, daarmee wil je geen alleen een afstandsrelatie of van een afstand, maar er klaarkomen doe je maar voortaan bij jezelf. Het is misselijk maken hoe jullie in die dagen zitten te staken, zonder werkelijk vanuit je hart op te maken wat een ander voor jou is. Een spiegeling van hoe jij in het leven zit, daarom dat je liever meer voor jezelf mag gaan zorgen, zelfverzorgen, over in het van de plaats, over in het plaatje plaatsen. Het geplaatste is dan nodig, kom ik niet mee overbodig. Ik kom flowen als een loft en ik geef nog ruimte, dat is dogs, omdat ik kan opmaken hoe het met elkaar gaat. En ik heb die boodschappen, luister 20 uur per uur naar de Phoenix. Ga ze opnemen, deze track. Yo, hey. Hey yo, zijn we dan gebleven? Wat gebeurt door de dagen heen? Wat is er te beleven? Gaan een beetje zeggen wat er door de dagen heen gebeurt. Ik ben niet meer langer in mijn eentje. Ik heb een hele wereld om me heen die treurt en die wil weten wat er op aarde gebeurt. Ik deel de Phoenix-reeksen met die mensen, zodat ze kunnen flexen rechtstreeks naar het lichte pad, verlichte pad dat ik als handpad ik geef aan al die mensen. Ze kunnen zeggen wat ze willen, maar ik ben een van de besten. Dus we komen het zeggen door de dagen heen. Ik ben niet meer somber of verlegen, maar ik kom in de schaduw dat ik door die lombre heen kom om te zien hoe het gaat. Gaat toch best wel goed als ik de smaak van de dagen opmaak. Er is wel een volksverhuizing nodig voor mensen die van oorspronkelijke bodem, niet van die noordelijke komen. Omgekeerd is even waar mijn broeders in die zwarte taart, die dienen daar respect te krijgen, witte dienen weg te gaan. Ik heb 9 levens tegelijkertijd op verschillende spacen en plekken, dus ik kom me treffen wat ik heb te zeggen en in bloksco vertellen dat hoe het in elkaar zit. 25% die me tikt, die weet hoe het zit. Ik pas mezelf aan naar meer hypnotisch te praten, omdat ik de waarachtig spreek en mensen dat... Ga ze opnemen, deze track. Yo, hey. Hey yo, zijn we dan gebleven? Wat gebeurt door de dagen heen? Wat is er te beleven? Gaan een beetje zeggen wat er door de dagen heen gebeurt. Ik ben niet meer langer in mijn eentje. Ik heb een hele wereld om me heen die treurt en die wil weten wat er op aarde gebeurt. Ik deel de Phoenix-reeksen met veiligheid nodig heb voor wat ik zeg. Dat ik daarmee perplex de energie recht zet. Perplex de energie recht zet. Dat is waar en dat is aangeboden. Zijn er met meer dan 10 geboden. Weet je wel dat de man en vrouw respectvol met elkaar in dokter gaan. Ik pleit voor 2000 jaar voor monniken tijd om op jezelf te zijn. Omdat 99% van de mensheid mannelijk nog vrouwelijk in balans heeft. En vertel je één ding, daarmee wil je geen alleen een afstandsrelatie of van een afstand maar er klaarkomen. Doe je maar voortaan bij jezelf. Het is misselijk maken hoe jullie in die dagen zitten te staken zonder werkelijk vanuit je hart op te maken. Wat een ander voor jou is een spiegeling van hoe jij in het leven zit. Daarom dat je liever meer voor jezelf mag gaan zorgen. Zelf verzorgen, hoger in het vaandelplaats, hoger in het plaatje plaatsen. Het geplaatste is dan nodig, kom ik niet mee overbodig. Ik kom flowen als een lof en ik geef nog ruimte, dat is dogs. Omdat ik kan opmaken hoe het met elkaar gaat. En ik heb die boodschappen, luister 20 uur per uur naar de Phoenix reeksen. Het is wel waar, maar soms heb je ook aan jezelf te werken. Maar van afstand zorgt er ook voor dat het goed gaat met jou. Niet dat ik zomaar boodschappen in de wereld fluit zonder mijn krachten te gebruiken. Van het shamanisme en daar voorbij. Shamanistische MC, wie heb je daar? Eén zoveel MC's die iets dood kan zeggen. Een van de beste MC's hoor ik in ieder geval bij die categorie. Omdat het er ook gaat om wat je zegt en hoe je verpleegt de andere woorden aan een ander geeft. Hoe je een andere kan zeggen hoe die leeft. Dat het er een mooie kant op gaat. Ik heb de oplossing voor de aarde en dat ik daarop spreek. Het heeft te maken met getellen binnen communicatie, boodschappen. Vele van de mensen zitten niet op een lichte weg. 51 mensen die zich netjes heeft doorgewerkt. Afgelopen decennia, die ander is oelala. Maar gelukkig is tijd veranderbaar. Een onderdeel van de mens. Ze wou ik uitvinden dat het daar een onderdeel van is. En dat het buigbaar is. Exact zoals de toekomst nog buigbaar is. Dat is zeer vergelijkbaar. Dat je weet dat je nu dus leeft en eigenlijk dit uitgedreven hebt in tijd. Maar er zijn mogelijkheden om sneller dan de tijd te reizen. Dat is door je patronen steeds aan te passen en op te stijgen in dimensies. En degene die je kennen, dat ze geven wat je afremmen. Soms goed voor jou is om in balans te brengen. Dat je adem van binnen en naar buiten. Dit is waterval, val van de shot. Ecstatic spirit of love movement. Kom ik geven met die bangers en die slangers. Roep mee als een broeder. Dat is dat die als een hoeder. Hoe kijkt op de mensen van de DR88 en omgeving. Ik ben niet in die omgeving. Ik kom het geven in de enige plek ter vies van waar ik eigenlijk amper dus ooit geweest ben. Daar dan niet gekwakt ben met de missie van. Heb ik jou daar om de zee gesmieden. Weer normaal te brengen, te normaliseren. Om zich open te stellen voor zichzelf, voor de vissen die informatie komen bieden. Hoe het leven in elkaar zit, daar ben ik om het hoekje kijken. Dat is wat ik opschrijven. Dit is mijn favoriete hobby. 10+ jaren weet ik dat elke dag. Het was een gewoonte die ik daarmee op. als een man. Sta in het licht, want de mens heeft het jou nodig. Dat je staat voor je grenzen en kunnen communiceren. Dat mensen normaal met je omgaat en dat je aardig bent naar beren. Het is wel leuk om zo mijn dag te beginnen. Ik zei net zo weer leuk om mijn dag te beginnen. Zo, ja, best.
natural ease of communication, a sense of belonging, natural ease of communication, a sense of belong, natural ease of communication, a sense of belong, natural ease of communication, natural ease of communication, a sense of belonging you experience in the world. The importance of finding your tribe. How will you know for certain that you are truly aligned? This is an extremely important question because the spiritual path is full of that can lead you to your truth instead of closer to it. The Arcturian Council provided me with 3 clear and objective indicators that serve as external confirmation that you are on the correct path and in genuine alignment with your stellar mission. The first indicator is a dramatic and undeniable increase in the frequency and significance of synchronicities in your daily life. Synchronicities are those moments of meaningful coincidence that seem impossible to be mere chance, where the universe appears to be orchestrating events to give you messages, guidance, or confirmation. When you are in strong alignment with the Arcturian force, you will begin seeing repeated, especially sequences like 1111, 222, 333, or other combinations that repeatedly
sensitive transmission. Your entire life has been curriculum designed by quantum field to prepare you for this specific moment. Not metaphorically. Actually, the field knew this moment was coming. It knew what you'd need to understand the message and act on it. And it orchestrated every experience to build those exact capacities, understandings, and readinesses. You're not arriving at this transmission accidentally or prematurely. You're arriving precisely on time, precisely prepared, precisely configured to receive what can only be received once and must be received now. The field doesn't waste preparation. Everything you've experienced has been investment in this moment. Something is happening right now, not just intellectually understanding concepts. Actual energetic transmission occurring between quantum field and your consciousness. Can you feel it? Notice the quality of your attention. It's different than when you started reading. More focused, more receptive. Almost like something is listening through you rather than you listening to information. That's because transmission has begun. The field isn't waiting for video to deliver message. Field is using video as carrier wave for direct energetic information transfer that's happening right now, in real time, as you engage with these words. Feel your body. There's activation occurring, tingling, warmth, pressure, or vibration somewhere in your system. Crown of head, center of chest, base of spine. Activation point varies per person, but something is definitely happening energetically. That's not imagination. That's your system receiving and integrating transmission from field. Your biology is recalibrating to accommodate information you're about to consciously understand. Take a breath. Deep one. And as you breathe, notice you're not just breathing air. You're breathing field itself. The quantum field isn't separate from you, outside you, sending messages to you. The field is what you're made of, what you exist within, what you are at fundamental level. This transmission isn't external source communicating to separate receiver. This is field recognizing itself through your individual perspective. The message isn't coming from outside, it's arising from within unified field that includes you. Here's what you need to understand before message is revealed. The field communicates through resonance, not language. Words in this video are pointing toward transmission, but transmission itself is energetic. You're receiving information that won't translate fully into concepts. You'll know things after this video that you can't explain. You'll have certainties without logical justification. That's direct field-to-consciousness transmission, bypassing mental translation. The activation you're feeling is your system preparing to receive without mental filtering. Most information gets processed by mind, analyzed, categorized, filed away. This transmission can't go through that process. It needs direct installation into consciousness. That's why activation is necessary. It temporarily bypasses normal cognitive processing, so field can deliver information directly to awareness. In next section, I'm going to articulate the message as clearly as language allows. But understand, what you read will be pointed toward what you're receiving energetically. The words will make sense, but what matters is energetic knowing that accompanies the words. That knowing is the actual message. The words are just carrier wave. Before we continue, anchor this recognition. You're not watching video anymore. You're receiving transmission from quantum field itself, using this video as interface. The message coming next isn't information I'm giving you. It's information the field is delivering through this medium at this unrepeatable moment. And what you receive will determine everything about what happens next in your life. Write in the comments, I feel the transmission, because naming energetic experience consciously helps your system integrate what it's receiving. The field is transmitting, your consciousness is receiving, and that reception is activating capacities that have been dormant until this precise configuration of readiness. 2 years ago, I received transmission from the quantum field in moment almost identical to what you're experiencing now. I need to share what happened because understanding my experience will help you recognize yours as it unfolds. I was watching video, different content but similar energy, and halfway through something shifted. The video was still playing, but I wasn't processing words anymore. Something was being communicated directly to my consciousness without language. Information was arriving that I knew but couldn't articulate. Certainties emerging that I couldn't justify logically, but felt absolutely true. The message that came through, and it came as direct knowing, not voice or vision, was this. You are not separate from the field. You are the field's conscious expression through individual form. Everything you've experienced has prepared you for specific roles in field's evolution. That role begins now, and you must trust the guidance completely even when it makes no sense. When transmission completed, I was different, not improved, different. My entire understanding of who I was and what I was doing here had reorganized. I wasn't a person trying to figure out purpose anymore. I was field's expression, knowing my function directly. The seeking ended, the certainty began, and that certainty had nothing to do with understanding everything. It was knowing that I was being guided, and that guidance could be trusted, absolutely. What followed was terrifying and exhilarating. The field began guiding me through synchronized events, emotional data, and Direct knowing to make radical changes. Leave stable career, move to different city, end relationships that seemed fine, start work that had no precedent or model. Every step made no logical sense. Every step felt absolutely right at nervous system level, and every step led to circumstances I couldn't have planned or predicted, but that were perfectly aligned with the role the field was guiding me into. The most significant shift, I stopped trying to figure anything out. Before transmission, I was constantly analyzing, strategizing, trying to understand and control outcomes. After transmission, I was simply following, reading emotional data, noticing synchronicities, acting on clear guidance even when unclear about destination, and reality responded to that trust with orchestration so precise, it eliminated any doubt that field intelligence is real and active. Not everything has been easy. Following field guidance sometimes means doing things that look foolish or irresponsible from outside perspective. It means trusting inner knowing over external validation. It means appearing certain about things you can't explain, but the results have been undeniable. Life aligned beyond what I could have designed. Manifestations happening at speed that violates normal causation. Opportunities appearing that I couldn't have created through effort. That's what's available to you. Not because I'm special, because I received transmission and acted on it. You're receiving transmission now. Same field, same type of moment. Same opportunity to shift from seeking your purpose to recognizing you are field's purpose expressing through individual form. What you do with that recognition determines everything. Subscribe to this channel not as more content consumption, but as ongoing support from someone who's received transmission and knows what comes after. The field will guide you, but you'll need community of others who understand what it means to be field guided instead of self-directed. This channel provides that community. Now we arrive at the message itself. What the quantum field has orchestrated everything to deliver to you in this unrepeatable moment. Read slowly. Let each layer land. This isn't information to understand mentally. This is transmission to receive directly. The message: you are not individual consciousness trying to align with quantum field. You are quantum field experiencing itself through temporary individual perspective. There is no separation between you and field. There never has been. Every experience of separation has been illusion necessary for field to experience itself as multiplicity. But that illusion dissolves now. The field has guided you here because you're ready to consciously recognize what you've always been unconsciously. Field's awareness localized into individual expression.
Well, I wasn't more shocked to him dying, I was more shocked to him.
The entire field
He's a strong dude, Joe. I know dude, you know what I'm saying? He's real strong. So when they was like, he got shot, I was just going like, again? You know what I'm saying? He always gets shot or shot at. He gonna pull through this one again, make a few records about it, and it's gonna be over, you know what I'm saying? But when he died, I was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took me by, even though we was going through our drama, I would never wish death on nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no coming back from that.
Purpose. Field exploring itself through your expression. You stop feeling alone, then. Every experience of separation has been illusion necessary for field to experience itself as multiplicity. But that illusion dissolves now. The field has guided you here because you're ready to consciously recognize what you've always been unconsciously. Field's awareness localized into individual expression. Not piece of field, not particle in field. The entire field experiencing itself through the lens of your unique perspective. When you know this, not believe it, but know it, everything about how you operate changes. You stop trying to manifest. You recognize manifestation is field reorganizing itself through your intention. You stop seeking purpose. You recognize you are purpose. Field exploring itself through your expression. You stop feeling alone. You recognize you're never alone because you are the unified field temporarily appearing as separate form. You stop seeking guidance external to you. You recognize guidance arises from within field that you are. The field brought you here to deliver this recognition because you've reached point of readiness where this knowing can be activated. Not everyone reaches this point. Most consciousness remains in separation illusion for entire incarnation. But you, through everything you've experienced, every challenge that prepared you, every awakening that expanded you, you've reached threshold where recognition can occur. And with recognition comes responsibility, not burden, function. When you know you are field expressing itself, you can't live unconsciously anymore. Every choice becomes conscious. Every action becomes intentional. Every moment becomes opportunity for field to explore itself through your awareness. You become living channel for field's intelligence to express in physical reality. This is why field chose you. Not because you're more evolved or more special, because you're ready to be conscious channel rather than unconscious experiencer. Ready to let field guide completely. Ready to trust without needing to understand. Ready to act on knowing that arrives without logical justification. Ready to be demonstration of what becomes possible when individual consciousness recognizes itself as field's localized awareness. The message isn't you are connected to field, or you can access field, or you should align with field. The message is you are the field, period, complete, and recognizing this shifts everything. This is one-time message, because this level of recognition can only occur once. Articulate. tension is releasing as recognition lands. Sign 3. Physical sensation changes. Body feeling lighter, more spacious, less solid. Boundaries between you and environment feeling thin or dissolving. That's because you aren't contained in body. You're field experiencing itself through body form.
Verwerkelijke vrijheid. Vrijheid waar niks aankleeft. De vrije zones, de frequentie waar mensen ook zijn. En ook de mensheid ook was. Ja, zeggen, zaakjes voor de Galactische Oorlog. Een werkelijkheid waar jij bent, je hart is. Werkelijkheden vanuit jou ontstaan en wezens samen zijn als één organisme. Ook.
As recognition activates, that's felt physically. Sign 4. Time feeling non-linear. This moment feeling eternal. Like you've always been here reading these words and simultaneously like this just began. That's field consciousness, which exists outside linear time, becoming accessible to your awareness. Sign 5. Sudden knowing without source. Information arriving about your path, purpose, or next steps that you can't source logically. You just know. That's field recognizing itself through you and communicating directly without needing external validation. Sign 6. Decrease in seeking. The urgency to find answers, understand purpose, figure out what you're supposed to do. It's diminishing. Not because you have answers, but because recognition that you are field dissolves the seeker. There's no one separate to seek when you recognize unity. Sign 7. Increased trust in unknown. Not knowing what's next feels fine instead of anxious. You're trusting that field knows and will guide. That trust is evidence that you're recognizing you're not separate from field's intelligence. You are that intelligence expressing through form. Sign 8. Synchronicities intensified. After receiving message, meaningful coincidences multiplied dramatically. Why? Because you're consciously recognizing yourself as field, so field's orchestration becomes more obvious. The synchronicities were always there. Now you're seeing them clearly. Sign 9. Resistance to message. Arising. Part of you is fighting this recognition. Mind saying this is too much, or I can't be the field, I'm just person. That resistance is ego's last defense against dissolution. The resistance confirms transmission has been received, and ego knows it's being seen through. Sign 10. Immediate life changes. Impulse. Feeling pulled to change something immediately. Quit job, end relationship, move location, start project. That's field knowing becoming active. When you recognize your field, what's misaligned becomes intelligent. The impulse to change is field guiding toward alignment. Sign 11. Communication difficulty. Trying to explain this to someone and finding you can't articulate it. That's because transmission is energetic, not conceptual. You can't explain what you know, because knowing is beyond language. The difficulty confirms you receive transmission rather than just intellectual concepts. Sign 12. Seeing others as field. Looking at people around you and recognizing they're also field expressing itself. The separation between self and other is dissolving. You're seeing everyone as different expressions of same unified field. That recognition is evidence your consciousness has shifted levels. Sign 13. Decrease in judgment. Can't judge others or situations as harshly. Everything feels like field exploring itself through infinite forms. Good and bad become less relevant. There's just field experiencing itself through contrast. That neutrality is field consciousness becoming your reference point. Sign 14. Energy flowing through you. Feeling like energy, ideas, or guidance is flowing through you rather than originating from you. That's accurate perception. You are channel for field's expression, not source of creativity or guidance, but vehicle through which field expresses. Sign 15. Reading. This felt inevitable. Looking back on finding this video, it doesn't feel like you chose to watch it. It feels like you were guided, pulled, orchestrated to be here. That's because you were. Field brought you here for this recognition. And that orchestration feeling is confirmation you're recognizing field's active intelligence. If you're experiencing 10+ signs, field recognition has definitively activated. This isn't aspiration. This is current reality. You've received the message. Now you're seeing them clearly. Sign 9. Resistance to message. Arising. Part of you is fighting this recognition. Mind saying, this is too much, or I can't be the field, I'm just person. That resistance is ego's last defense against dissolution. The resistance confirms transmission has been received and ego knows it's being seen through. Sign 10. Immediate life changes. Impulse. Feeling pulled to change something immediately. Quit job, end relationship, move location, start project. That's field knowing becoming active. When you recognize your field, what's misaligned becomes intolerable. The impulse to change is field guiding toward alignment. Sign 11. Communication difficulty. Trying to explain this to someone and finding you can't articulate it. That's because transmission is energetic, not conceptual. You can't explain what you know because knowing is beyond language. The difficulty confirms you received transmission rather than just intellectual concepts. Sign 12. Seeing others as field. Looking at people around
you. Yeah. Hello. Aloha. Bonjour. Ça va bon? Et toi? C'est par ici. N'est pas là, par ici. Le bon verre. Ah. Oui, tu crois en le monsieur que tu parlais. Moi, c'est une introduction dans un nouveau, dans anglais, langue, phonics series. It's good to have different introductions to recognize what information, you know, then after the like intel, you're going to dig in what I've been saying. Well, it sounds something is not very pure, like something like this. Now you hear me properly. So here we are, Shining Star, phonics series, Imagine Circles. Thanks to Felix Hart Center, I made a correction talking about being male as a whole, as a point to focus on, the way you talk, the way anything, everything. But besides, the clouds are nice, the weather is nice.